5 ball. And for the final two words of our pregame ceremony presented by Webster Pop. Welcome youngsters from the Oxford Lassie League. Let's hear it, kids!
Well, the Yankees and Orioles were on the verge of not playing nice. Willie Calhoun, the hero for the Angels, Shohei Ohtani, helped the Dodgers end a losing streak. The Astros just refused to lose at home. Taj Bradley and the Rays bullpen combining to blank the Guardians. Here we go. Steve Lennox, Lennox on Baseball, live stream podcast as we are recapping day number 107 of the Major League Baseball regular season. First up, that's baseball. And how about Friday? Diamondbacks manager Torey Lovullo calling into the Dan Patrick Show. Diamondbacks manager Torey Lovullo letting Dan Patrick, his audience, and Paul Skeens, pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Torey Lovullo letting Paul Skeens know that he's going to start for the National League in the All-Star game Tuesday night in Arlington, Texas. Anyone got a problem with that? Yeah, I didn't think so. By the way, Torey Lovullo equals one of the great people in the game of baseball. I'm so glad that our paths crossed many, many years ago. And that's baseball. Recapping day number 107 of the Major League Baseball regular season, Aaron Judge ended his run of 8 straight games without an extra base hit or a run batted in. Judge solo home run in the third inning Friday night in the Yankees' 4-1 victory against the Orioles at Camden Yards. The Yankees, well, they needed that one. And a good time to remind you that the Yankees have not won 2 straight games in pretty much a month. At that point, they won 4 in a row from June 9th through June 12th. 1 win in that 4-game win streak against the Dodgers and 3 straight wins against the Kansas City Royals. Judge now 33 home runs. Judge now 84 runs batted in on the season. Also walked 4 times, so his on-base percentage went up. On base 5 times, 1 for 1, solo home run, 4 walks. The Orioles have now lost 4 in a row, and they've scored just 3 runs in those 4 games. So, now to the drama. Brandon Hyde did his job, or was trying to do his job, and fire up his team. The bench is emptied. The managers, I think, went at each other in the 9th inning. Brandon Hyde was ready to go up against the entire third base dugout. Clay Holmes hitting Heston Kjerstad in the helmet. Remember in the previous series, Aaron Judge hit, Gunnar Henderson hit. Brandon Hyde came out to check on Heston Kjerstad, appeared to yell in the direction of Clay Holmes, who hit Kjerstad with a 97-mile-an-hour pitch. And it was on from there. Brandon Hyde got tossed. Aaron Boone, I'm sure, knew exactly what Brandon Hyde was trying to do. Aaron Boone, if you saw him at one point, was on the outside of, 50, 60 guys all around each other in a very confined space around home plate. And Aaron Boone defending his players time and time and time again. I'm not saying that Clay Holmes hit Heston Kjerstad on purpose, but he hit him in the helmet with a 97-mile-an-hour pitch. Listen to Kevin Brown, Ben McDonald, who I've got great respect for, who I've worked with in the past, talk about it. And again, it's a carryover. Baseball players can police themselves. We've been told that before. And Kjerstad takes one right in the ear flap at 97 miles an hour. Royals, Red Sox at Fenway Park Friday night. First of a 3-game series. Cole Riggins gave up just 1 run over 7. He picked up his 6th win on the season. Bobby Witt Jr., MJ Melendez, both hitting home runs. Royals beat the Red Sox in the series opener by a score of 6-1. Red Sox just 1 percentage point ahead of the Royals for that 3rd wild card spot in the AL East, or in the AL. Cooper Criswell gave just up from AAA on Friday, gave up 5 runs, 2 earned over the first 2 innings, and ended up managing to go 6 innings in the game. The Royals seem to be back on track right now. Royals have won 4 straight, including a doubleheader sweep on Wednesday against the Cardinals. Jake Myers, Alex Bregman, Jose Altuve, all hitting home runs. Astros 6-3 win against the Rangers at Minute Park. Altuve, 3-run home run, and that put the Astros up 6-2. Corey Seager, 2-run home run in the 6th inning. Also had an RBI base hit as well. Andrew Heaney took the loss to fall to 3-10 on the season. Hunter Brown now 7-6 with the victory. Astros have won 10 straight at home in Houston, and now 25-11 over their last 36 games, and 6 games over the 500 mark for the first time this season. The Rays, a run in the third, one more in the fifth inning. That was pretty much all they needed. That was plenty. Rays blanked the Guardians 2-0 Friday night at Tropicana Field in St. Pete, Florida. Yandy Diaz, 3 hits, a run batted in. Taj Bradley recording his 4th win of the season. Bradley, 7 scoreless. Bradley allowed 5 hits, walked 2, struck out 8. Colin Poche, Jason Adam, each working a scoreless inning to help the shutout against Cleveland for the Tampa Bay Rays. Shohei Ohtani breaking a 3-3 tie. Ohtani, 2-out RBI double, 9th inning. Dodgers beat the Tigers 4-3, come back and pick up the victory. And with the win, L.A. avoiding a 5th straight loss. Daniel Hudson walking 2 in the 9th inning, but he did manage to get the final 2 outs. Hudson the save, and that is number 4 for Daniel Hudson. Hudson and 4 other relievers combining for 5 1/3 scoreless in that victory against the Tigers in Detroit. The A's, 60 losses entering Friday. The Phillies, 61 victories entering Friday. First of 3 in Philadelphia. A's, who began their existence in Philadelphia, picked up the win. Brent Rucker, RBI base hit for the A's. That put them in front 2-1 in the 3rd inning. Lawrence Butler, 2-run home run in the 8th inning. And the A's beat the Phillies 6-2. That's baseball, right? Ranger Suarez, 4 earned runs allowed. Suarez went 6 innings and drops to now 10-4 on the season. Braves Marcell Ozuna, solo home run in the 5th inning, solo home run in the 9th inning. Braves 6-1 victory against the Padres at Petco Park. Ozuna 26 home runs in the home run derby Monday night in Arlington, Texas. Padres have now lost 5 in a row after reaching a season-high 6 games over 500, and they've scored just 10 runs in that 5-game stretch. Orlando Arcia, 2 hits, including a 2-run home run. Spencer Schwellenbach, earned run allowed on 3 hits over 7. Schwellenbach, the win, improving to 3-4. Xander Bogaerts did play and returned to the lineup off the injured list, playing for the first time since May 20th for the Padres, and he had a couple of base hits in the loss. Home run derby at Citi Field. The Mets hit 5 home runs. Oh, you're thinking the Mets put up 10 runs at least, right? No, 5 home runs, 7 runs total. Mets able to hold on, beat the Rockies 7-6 at Citi Field Friday night. The Mets 5 home runs, 4 of the 5 home run solo shots. Jose Iglesias, the musician slash ball player, the ball player slash musician, hit 2 home runs. So did Harrison Bader. Mark Vientos, RBI double. Mark Vientos with a home run. The Rockies hit 4 home runs and lost the home run derby and lost the game as well. Sean Manaea, 9 strikeouts, 6 win on the season for the Mets. Jose Iglesias having a year to remember. The musician ball player, or the ball player musician, with his first career multi-home run game. Edwin Diaz worked the 9th inning for the save, his 10th on the year. So Diaz has instant entrance music. The musician slash ball player, Jose Iglesias. Again, a great story. He's got a song out. OMG is all over Citi Field. It's in the broadcast. It's on the field. They're playing the song all the time. They've got the OMG sign in the dugout, whatever you want to call it. Good for them. Good for the Mets. Jose Iglesias, musician slash ball player. Willie Calhoun, 2-run home run in the first. Willie Calhoun, 2-run home run in the bottom of the 10th inning. Angels come back, beat the Mariners 6-5. Third walk-off win of the season for the Angels. Reliever Ben Joyce clocked at 104.5 miles an hour with a fastball in the 7th inning. Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, both homering in the loss. Raleigh has been losing some baseballs lately. Angels, first win in 5 tries against the Mariners this season, and they pick up the victory. Again, they were a winning ball club for a while. Then they fell off, and now trying to put together a win streak before the All-Star break. Giants, Brett Wisely, 3-hit game, finished a home run shy of the cycle. He had a single, double, triple. San Francisco at home. The Giants, 7-1 victory against the Twins. Kyle Harrison earning the win for the Giants, gave up an earned run over 5 1/3. Carlos Correa made what I guess you could call a return to San Francisco. Got booed just a little bit by the San Fran fans. You may recall Correa did have an agreement to join the Giants organization on a big contract. Twin streak of 28 straight games with at least 1 home run coming to an end in the loss. During that 28-game streak, 45 home runs total. Again, that 28-game streak with a home run, a franchise record. Jesse Winker, that could be an interesting name in the coming weeks as we approach the trade deadline. Winker, RBI double in the first, solo home run in the 5th inning. Nationals in Milwaukee. beat the Brewers 5-2, win snapping the Nationals' 5-game losing streak. Jackson Rutledge recorded 6 strikeouts and making his first big league start. He took a no decision. Kyle Finnegan, another interesting name, leading up to the All-Star break and leading up to the trade deadline at the end of the month. Finnegan, pair of strikeouts in the 9th inning, closed the door on the Brewers, picked up the save, his 24th on the year. Robert Garcia, inning and a third in relief, credited with the win. And the Brewers, just 2 wins now in their last 8 games. Break up the Cubs. Kyle Hendricks, Friday, against the Cardinals in St. Louis, did not pitch like a pitcher with a 1-7 record. Cubs starter did not give up a run over 7, now 2-7 with the victory. Kendricks gave up 5 hits, walked 1, struck out 3. Nico Hoerner, a couple of hits, 2 runs batted in. Cubs beating the Cardinals. Cubs have now won 5 straight. The Cardinals, they've dropped 3 in a row. So hard just to get to 500 and then maintain it. The Red Sox have done it. Diamondbacks, will get into them in just a moment. They're now a game over 500, but can they maintain it? Reds, rookie, Rhys Hines, grand slam. And the Reds, 7-4 victory against the Marlins in Cincinnati. Jonathan India, Jeimer Candelario, solo home runs in the first inning for both. Ellie De La Cruz, 3 hits, another stolen base, now 46 on the season, although he is not stealing bases at the clip he was earlier in the season. 46 stolen bases, though, still leads the majors. Carson Spears, 9 strikeouts over 5, picked up the win, now 3-2. Nick Martinez, 3 scoreless innings in relief. Reds have won 4 of 5, and they're a team close to 500 on a couple of occasions, then fell off, trying to get back to that 500 mark. Haven't been able to do so just yet. Marlins have scored just 11 runs during their current 4-game losing streak, 30 games under 500. First time in a long time, Diamondbacks game over 500. Diamondbacks beating the Blue Jays Friday night 5-4, now 48-47. Arizona, 2 in the 8th inning to tie the game up, walked it off in the 9th inning, sac fly from Geraldo Perdomo. Alec Thomas tied the game in the 8th inning for the Diamondbacks with a 2-out, 2-run single. Torey Lovullo's team over 500 for the first time since they were 4-3 through their first 7 games back in April. Pick up the win. Can they maintain? Get a little break with the All-Star break and then back at it next weekend as well. But the team that was trying to get there, got to within a game of 500 a couple of times, fell off. Finally now a game over. Marco Gonzalez off the injured list Friday. Pitched well, picked up the win for the Pirates. Pirates on the south side of Chicago, beating the White Sox 4-1. Gonzalez out for almost 3 months with an arm injury. Gave up an earned run, struck out 4 in 5 innings. Gonzalez afterwards saying, it was a good day. David Bednar, like Gonzalez, also off the injured list on Friday. Bednar did pick up the save with a scoreless 9th inning. Bednar, number 17 on the year. That is a wrap on day number 107 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Let's get into Sugar's Random Thoughts, brought to you by the Yellow Rose of Talbot Bed and Breakfast in Easton, Maryland. Considering a stay on the beautiful Maryland Eastern Shore this summer, fall, or winter, consider a stay at the Yellow Rose of Talbot B&B. Tell my sister Tammy, my brother-in-law Kenneth, that I sent you their way. I like doing these. I haven't done one in a while. If you've been with us before, thank you. If you're still with us, appreciate that. Continue with us in the future. When was the last time you heard the name? When was the last time you heard the name Mark Langston? Lefty pitcher, 16 years in the big leagues. Mariners, Expos, Angels, Padres, and the Indians at the end. Mark Langston, 179 career victories, 81 career complete games, 18 shutouts, 5 shutouts in 1989. 1 with the Mariners and 4 with the Expos. And when I looked up the trade between the Expos and the Mariners, we know, I'll get into it in a moment, Randy Johnson went back the other way from Montreal to Seattle. That worked out well, right? But I didn't realize that trade was actually in May of 1989. Gene Harris, Brian Holmes, and at that point, future Hall of Famer Randy Johnson going from Montreal to Seattle. Langston pitched well. Again, 4 shutouts the rest of the way. For the Expos during that season. Langston, 4-time All-Star, 5th-round pick by the Cubs in 1978. So he goes back to the 70s. Was also drafted 2nd-round pick by the Mariners in 1981, signed with the Mariners in 81, and was part of the Padres team that went to the World Series against the Yankees in 1998. Now, Mark Langston, one of those, when was the last time you heard the name Mark Langston? For some, well, quite often, and recently. Langston currently serving as an analyst for the Angels. Again, that is a wrap on day number 107 of the Major League Baseball regular season. As Sarah Langs is fond of saying, baseball is the best. Subscribe to the Lennox on Baseball channel, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Also, the Lennox on Baseball YouTube channel, as we do our best to go live each and every day, wrapping up the previous day's action around Major League Baseball. You can also follow me on the X, formerly known as Twitter, at Lennox on Baseball, and now involved with Locked On Sports, doing a daily Locked On Sports Red Sox postcast. We'll be on within minutes of today's game for the Red Sox at home against the Kansas City Royals. Locked On Sports, part of the Locked On Sports Boston network as well, and that is live and also available. You can subscribe to that wherever you get your podcasts as well. Most days, former Aberdeen Ironbird intern Brian Hollins sends us away. Instead, we're going with Edwin. Have a day, everybody.